lot of queries. Query number 1 is about the Saturday test. Okay, so the way the Saturday test will happen, I will suggest don't take it on Saturday, take it on Sunday. Okay, now take it on Sunday. Then Saturday, you please sit and prepare. Sit and prepare. So we will open the test by Sunday morning 9 AM and it will be on till 5 PM. Okay, so you can ask your best friend to write the test at 9 o'clock, get the solutions and talk to you at 1 o'clock. Sorry, he will write from 9 to 1. He or she will write from 9 to 1. 1 to 2 you can chat, then 2 to 5 you can write the test. Okay, so overall from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock it will be open. Suggestions for you: number 1, take it seriously and write for 3 hours. Okay, now don't start the test and then stop it. It will not work out. I know sometimes connection may go wrong, this, that and all, then resume the test and finish it. Try to do it in one go. Okay, don't do what I just now told to you. Don't talk to your friend about it. You get a 0 out of your own effort. It is worthy, or it is more worthy than getting a 300 out of 300 by somebody else's effort. Okay, so once you get a 0, then you know where you have to work and then you can start working. So even this is motivating. This is not really motivating. Once you get a 300, there is nothing you can do. Okay, but once you get a 0 and then your next exam you get a 10, you have improved by so much, infinite percent. Next exam you get 30 and you have improved by 200% and so on. So try to write the test for 3 hours in one sitting. Second thing is, there are many guys who are very smart. You can write the test, you can stop it, you can get your results, you can rewrite the test, and you send me photo of this saying that, sir, look, I've got so much score, but in the test it is scoring only so much. Okay, please understand one thing, that human beings may lie, but software doesn't lie. Okay, so if you show me this and say that, look, I deserve to get this much, but actually I've got this much, though I don't want to tell it, I won't tell it, but I know how you have scored it. Second, you can put some of these questions on Google, get it. You can have one phone, another phone, friend, phone a friend. Everything is possible. Please understand that I am not giving any gold medal. No gold medal. No admission to any institute. I cannot give admission to any institute. Okay, I am a very poor teacher and I am assuming that all of you want to learn. Okay, now if you want to show me that you've got a 300 on 300, to be honest with you friends, it cannot impress me. A 300 on 300 doesn't impress me. For me as a teacher, the one who gets 300 on 300 and the one who gets 0 on 300 are the same. In fact, today, honestly, there are more these kind of seniors who talk to me than these kinds of seniors. So I know personally in my life, these guys will get the marks and they will run away, but these guys will be somewhere around. And fortunately, unfortunately, I feel I am lucky that these guys still stay in touch, and then I am able to guide them even after their JE is over. I still have a relationship with them, and I am happy and I am proud that I am able to still contact them, and I'm still able to talk to them, and we are still able to remember those fond days. Of course, 0 on 300 is not impressive, but I am telling you, no teacher thinks that this guy is the best friend and this guy is the worst friend. Please don't think like that. In fact, I was also once upon a time like this. Now, only because my teacher worked with me, I came up, and I didn't get 300 on 300, but I reached quite close to it. And the only reason why I have still continued to be in this profession, though I am an IIT graduate, I am an IIM graduate, I am still in this profession, still in this place called Trichy, only because of my love for teaching. There is nothing else. So sometimes, I keep joking, do you think that I teach because of myself? Yes, I am telling you guys today that I teach only because of myself. I have a huge craving for teaching, and so you guys are all the guinea pigs. I make you sit in front of me and listen to whatever I have to say. So thank you for that. But most importantly, please don't think that a 300 on 300 is approval and 0 on 300 is disapproval. It is not like that. In fact, I would like to be better friends to these people because I know I can make a difference here. Okay, so please don't think that you want to score high. It's of no use. The fact is that all of you can't come first. There will always be one person who can come first. There will be another person who can come second. There will be another person who will come third. And unfortunately, howsoever good you are, there will be one person who will be coming last. So the year I got into IIT, there is one school from Mumbai called DG Ruparel College. From that DG Ruparel College was All India rank first, All India rank fifth, All India rank seventh, and there were like 30 of them in the top 100. And I was like, how come all these guys can do it? These guys were all good. And one of them happened to be my friend. And though he was in the top 100, he was not very happy because there were so many guys in front of him. So for everyone, there will be somebody, except for the first guy, there will be somebody standing in front of us. So please don't think that your aim is to score high. It is not. Your aim is to do well. So do well, try your best, and that is more than enough. The next thing that I want to tell you guys is the test will be open from the times I've told you, from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Please try to finish it before that time. Then again, software is not working, this is not working, that is not working. Well, software, like I told you, is not different for different people. So if one of you is able to write the test, it means that all of you will be able to write the test. Okay, so yeah, so one second, just 1 second. Yeah, so basically, yeah, write the test in the right spirit, and the right spirit will always help you go great distance. Trust me, the right spirit will always help you go great distance. Then the second thing is, don't get intimidated by the test. Don't think that the test is bigger. You are bigger. At the end of it, if you feel happy with yourself, it's more than enough. So yeah, so work hard. I don't, that's okay. So I'm done with the test. If you guys have any doubts, you put. There will be physics, chemistry, and maths. The paper will be difficult. There will be 20 questions and 5 questions. This will be MCQs. This will be integers. If you get above 200, I can assure you, you will get a rank in JEE. But if you get a 100 and then work, you will still get a rank in JEE. If you get 0 and if you work very, very hard, you will still get a rank in JEE. But if you do get 200 by some hook or by crook, then nobody can tell you anything about it. Okay, so please make sure that you are working. The next thing that I want to say is the kind of feedback that I would want from you at the end of it is this, that sir, I read and I did. Okay, now those that you did not do, ask yourself, why did you not do? Then ask yourself, when you looked at questions, did you think of formulas? Did you think of concepts? Did you understand the meaning of the question? Did you read a question once or did you read the question many times? Could you concentrate for the full 3 hours? How many times did you get up to, go drink water or go to the restroom and all that stuff? Then for how long were you able to work at a stretch without thinking about other things? Did you write the test for 3 hours? Why do you not write it? So think about all these questions. Now working on these questions will make a personality in you. You may clear the JEE, you may not clear the JEE. That's a different matter, but at least you will be going on the right track. Okay, human beings are special. You are special. God has made you with something in mind. Okay, God has made you with something in mind, and that's something for you to be the best at it will need the right personality, will reach the right approach. So are you doing this? Okay, I'm sure some of you may become cooks, some of you may become engineers, some of you may become accountants, some of you may go for MBA. Whatever you are doing, some of you may become teachers. But the question is, are you a good teacher? Are you a good human being? Are you a learning person? So those are few questions that you have to ask yourself. So fine, I have nothing more to tell you before I do anything else. Today I'll be leaving at 3 p.m. sharp. I have something else coming up. So I'll be leaving 3 p.m. sharp. I want to organize a talk on this Sunday, sorry. Oh no, I forgot. Saturday or Sunday. I'll tell you. I think it is Saturday. Saturday at 12:30, I want to organize a talk by a few of my old students who are now studying in Nelsar. I would appreciate it if a lot of you attend the session. It's going to be a 1 hour session till whatever time they are able to engage you and you are able to get entertained by them. The aim is not to get entertained, but the aim is to know about Nelsar and what is law and basically I want you to interact with these youngsters so that you get to know how people are thinking. So one of them was basically my JEE student. He got through the JEE, he got through reasonable rank to get admission to NIT, but he did not join there. So he did not join there. Instead, he went to the law school, and I love whatever he tells me about the law, and whatever Facebook follow up I do, I see that something you guys must know about what he's doing and how he's thinking. I'll try to organize these kinds of talks every week. So the next Saturday, I have another girl student who studied at NIT, went to do her MBA at IIM Ahmedabad, and now she is working somewhere. So the next Saturday, I'll call her, and she'll also talk to you and share her experience about life. So this is open for all. I didn't make the. I'm not sure if I have the link and all with me. It's going to be a Zoom session. So I would appreciate it if you all attend, not just attend, but actively participate. Though some of you may not want to become a lawyer, but there's no harm in trying to know, because tomorrow you may have a brother, sister, uncle, auntie, or some cousin, nephew, somebody, some relative of yours who might be thinking about this, and then you will be able to guide them. So yeah, so there's this session on this particular Saturday. Then next week, I want to organize a debate competition amongst you students. So this is going to be an open competition for 11th and 12th students combined. It's going to be a debate competition. I'm yet to frame the rules. So I would like to frame the rules. If there is anybody here who thinks that you would want to organize it, you can get in touch with me. I'll be very happy if one of you takes up the organization of it. Okay. This is my number. It has to be online. So if you can say that, yeah, I want to organize it, or I want to help in organizing it, I would be happy. So what I'm expecting, a team of around 2 or 3 of you who come together and say that, yes, we are, you don't have to be from the same school, you don't have to be friends, you can be from anywhere. So if you can just come and tell me that, yes, you're going to organize it, it will be great. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking for these two. Then I also want to do all these things on Saturday and Sunday. So we are just talking about studies. So I just want to do something other than that. Then if you have some other good ideas about what else can be done, so I want to organize a quiz too, a science quiz or something, so that it keeps us engaged, and not just engaged, it also keeps us with a healthy smiley face and a healthy mind. So that is my objective. So I would like to use some 1-2 hours on Saturday or Sunday and try to see if we can get together and do something of this kind. My honest inputs to you is try to organize, try to help, try to participate. So that is what is the most important thing. So I will just check if there are any messages. There are just 2 messages. Yeah. So whoever wants to participate, you send me your numbers, or you send your coordinator the numbers, and whoever wants to, if there is anybody who wants to organize, yeah. So you be in touch with me. I will send you the link. Okay. But it's on Saturday 12:30. Okay. So that is what the timing is. As far as the syllabus for the exams are concerned, the syllabus for physics is electrostatics 2. Okay. So that is one. As far as chemistry is concerned, it's aldehydes and ketones. And as far as maths is concerned, it is inverse trigonometric functions. Okay. And please don't ask this on Thursday. We will have a test henceforth. Every Saturday we will have, every weekend we will have a test. The next weekend test for you will be on current electricity. Current electricity, I will be giving you 2 tests. One test to see whether we have really read or not, and then there will be one more test. So for the next 2 weeks, you will have a test on current electricity itself. You can expect the next week's test also to be on aldehydes and ketones and acids. So that I will confirm, or that I'll talk to sir, and sir will confirm. Then maths also accordingly sir will confirm. By Monday I'll get it confirmed. But because I am the physics teacher, I can tell you that the next 2 weeks our syllabus is going to be the same, the full chapter on current electricity. So try your best and then see how you can work with it. Okay. Now suppose, see, I have a resistor here, and I have a resistor here, and I have a wire. Now this is a cell. In a cell, a reaction is waiting to happen. Okay. Now, depending on the position of the elements in the activity series, in the reactivity series, the potentials will be high or low. Suppose you organize all the elements in order. So I have lithium, then potassium. There may be some elements in between. Okay, so forget it. I know lithium is at the top. Sodium, calcium, potassium, sodium, calcium, aluminium, zinc, then again iron, nickel, cobalt, like this. Sn, you have so many elements, right? And then you have a list. So then you will have hydrogen, and then you will have copper, then you will have gold, Au, Pt, like this. You have a list, you have an activity series. So basically in this activity series, the ones at the top, these have the tendency to give electrons. Okay, so the ones at the bottom can't give electrons, but they will take electrons. Okay, so now copper does not have a tendency to take electrons, but copper 2 plus definitely has a tendency to take electrons. So copper 2 plus will take electrons, and then again it will become copper. So now here lithium will give the electron and it will become lithium plus. So depending on the distance, the relative distance between these in the activity series, the potential will be changing. So if you take the topper here and if you take the bottom guy here, they will have a tremendous potential for the reaction to take place. While you take lithium and then you try to work with K plus. So you say lithium will give electrons to become lithium plus electron, and then you have K plus will take electron to become K. Now the potential here will be the least, right? So depending on how far these two are in the activity series, that potential will be changing. Now these are the wires. Okay, now these are ideal wires such that they have no resistance. Okay, first thing is you don't even know the length, and they don't have any resistance. But in reality, they may have some resistance. Howsoever good wire you take, good conductor you take, it will have some resistance. Now, when we draw a circuit, that resistance is all transferred here. Okay, that resistance is all transferred here. So, when I draw a circuit of this kind, all that I am trying to tell you is that, look, there is a resistor and there is a battery, and these are wires just to make the circuit complete. Okay, then now in the resistor is just a wire. Now here there is a potential VA, here there is a potential VB, and there is an electric field here, and there is an electric field. Now when there is an electric field, there is going to be potential energy. Potential energy of a body is not only because of configuration. It's more than configuration. It is because of the presence of an external force. So an electron is there is a nucleus. So now there is a force between them. So there is potential energy. Now the earth is there and we are there. Now there is a force, gravitational force. So there is potential energy. The moment we go deep into space somewhere, there is no gravitation, because there are no other masses around me. So if there are no masses around me and I am free in gravitation, there is no force acting. So I will not have any potential energy, and that is infinite. Okay, that is infinite. In reality, there is no infinite. Always there will be some small force acting. Okay, so here there is a VA, there is a VB, and when the electron goes from this end to this end, okay, there is some work being done, and that work is E into delta V. And that is the potential difference between the 2 points. So when an electron goes from one end to the other end, there is a potential drop. Yeah. So now that potential drop is, you can write it as E into delta V, but it is also equal to I into R. And we have come to that part of the studies. Right. Now, once it comes into the wire, like I told you, it's an ideal wire. So here the electron just goes, there is no problem whatsoever. So there is a potential drop only across the ends of the wire and nowhere else. Okay, so please understand this. Yeah. Okay, then I have some small portions to do. Before that, let me just check if there are messages. Test will be only on Sunday. It won't be on Saturday. Sir, electrostatic means 2 means second chapter. Yes. Organizing a debate. Yes, whoever, don't put it here. You talk to me later on. All of you have my number. We can message me if you want to organize the debate. We will discuss that. That is not part of the electrostatics class. Already we have only 10 more minutes. So yeah, electrostatics 2 means second chapter. Okay. So nothing I have done. Still you want to see the first slide and the second slide. All latecomers. Nothing I have done. I have not taught anything for you. Only the last slide I taught you something. Okay, so what I want to teach you is this. I went to the market and I bought a bulb. I bought a 100-watt bulb. So what do you mean by a 100-watt bulb? So in our household circuits, the potential is usually 220 volts. This is the ideal potential. And when you buy a bulb, 100-watt bulb, what it means is that when you connect it to a 220-volt battery, there will be a power drop, I squared R. So that power drop is equal to 100 watts. Okay. Now, this I squared R is also equal to V squared by R. Why? Because V is equal to IR. Yeah. So this is also equal to VI. I is equal to VR. So when you put I is equal to V by R. So when you put that, you get V squared by R. So these are the different formulas for power. Okay. So if I have a 100-watt bulb and I say this is rated at 220 volts. So this is equal to 220 squared by R. So I can ask you what is the resistance. So the resistance will be 220 squared by 100, and that will become 484 ohms. So the resistance of a 100-watt bulb will be equal to 484 ohms. Now I am asking you what is the resistance of a 60-watt bulb. So you do the same thing and you tell me that look, it is 48400 divided by 60, 0 cancels, and then you can find out 6 into 8 is 48, then 0, then 6 into 6 is 36.66 ohms. So each power voltage, each power wattage is going to have a different resistance. Okay. Now, suppose you are buying a 0-watt bulb. What will be the power for that? What will be the resistance for that? The resistance for that is infinity. So greater the resistance, lesser is the power consumed. Okay, greater the resistance, lesser is the power consumed. Okay, so you have different kinds of bulbs. So these bulbs I'm talking of are the incandescent. These are the old generation. When I was a kid, I used to buy a 100-watt bulb. Nowadays, you guys don't buy 100-watt bulbs. You guys buy the CFLs. So CFLs means you buy the 6-watt bulb, 12-watt bulb, and so on. You're true. These bulbs have low resistance. Not just they have low resistance, they have also increased brightness. So this is new technology. Okay, but suppose you have a 1.5 ton AC. So if you have a 1.5 ton AC, it consumes 1500 watts of energy per second. Yeah. So if it consumes 1500, sorry, not watt, joule per second, yeah. And suppose it is on for the entire night, then what do you have? You have like 1500 into, suppose you're sleeping for 8 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. So it consumes so many joules of energy. Okay. Yeah. Now your meters that you have, the household meters that you have, they usually measure current in watt hour. That means 1 unit is equal to 1 watt hour. 1 watt hour is 1 into 60 into 60 joules. Okay, this is the cost for, sorry, it is 1 kilowatt hour into 10 power 3 joules. So now if you have your thing working for so much, so it is 1500 into 8 into 60 into 60 divided by 10 power 3 into 60 into 60. So these two get cancelled. This 10 power 3 will leave you here. So 8 into 15, this will be like 12 units. 12 units. So suppose each unit is costing around 10 rupees. So every night you put the AC on, you are spending 120 rupees. Yeah. So we have to get familiarized with this kind of calculations. Yeah, we have to get familiarized with this kind of a calculation. So first, please make a note of what we were doing in the previous slide. and then you come back to this slide. Here is the previous slide. Understand that power is equal to I squared R is equal to V squared by R is equal to V into I. So these kind of questions will appear in your exams. Just a second. Yeah, 0 watt is not possible, but yeah, you have those low burning you have 0 watt bulbs. The night bulbs that you have, the night lamps that you have are almost 0. It's not possible. Technically, it is not possible, but yeah, this is the first slide. This is the second slide. This is the third slide. This is the fourth slide. This is the fifth slide. This is the sixth one. Here, seventh one, eighth one. Okay. Now a question for you. Suppose I have a 100 watt bulb here. I have a 60 watt bulb here. And I have a 40 watt bulb here. And I connected it to 220 volts. Do you understand that the same current passes through each of them? Now, if the same current passes through each of them, do you understand that I squared into R will be the power across each of them? Yeah. So I square R1, I squared R2, I squared R3 will be the power in each of them. Now, do you understand that the resistance of the first wire is I squared into 220 squared by 100? The next one will be I squared into 220 squared by 60. The next one is I squared into 220 squared by 40. Now, do you understand that this will be the largest because it is divided by 40, and this will be the smallest? So, do you understand that the 40 watt bulb will glow brightest when connected in series? Yeah, that is why this is one of the reasons why household circuits are not connected in series. Also, if you want this on, you don't want these two to be on, right? So household circuits are always parallel circuits, but if you have something of this kind and it is connected in series, the 40 watt bulb will grow the brightest. Yeah, do you understand this? Can you make some notes? I'll be back. Sir, in series voltage differs, right? Voltage differs. No, yeah, the 220 is the rating that I buy from the market. It doesn't keep changing. When I go to the market and buy a 100 watt bulb, this is 100 watt at 220 volts. Now, in a series circuit, I did not say that wattage is equal to V squared by R, because now V is different. I am only trying to find out the resistance. The resistance is always at 220 volts. So R is equal to 220 squared, 220 squared by W. Okay. So I am only doing I square R. Now I is the same in all because it's a series circuit. I am only worrying about R. Yeah. So I hope I've cleared. Ashwin, Vishnu. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand. Now, when you have them in parallel, (220), now you see 220 is across this, 220 is across this, 220 is across this. Now the 100-watt bulb will glow brightest. Now the 100-watt bulb will glow the brightest. Now suppose I have a resistor here, 100-watt, then again I have 60-watt, then I have here 40-watt, and I am connecting them. Okay, now I am asking you, what is the ratio of the power output in these? So the ratio of the power output will be I squared R1 is to I squared R2 is to I squared R3. Now these I squares will all get cancelled. So I'll get R1 is to R2 is to R3. Now what is R1, R2, R3 going to be equal to? It will become V squared by wattage 1, V squared by wattage 2 is to V squared by wattage 3. Now these will get cancelled. Now I have 1 by 100 is to 1 by 60 is to 1 by 40. Now I can find out the LCM and then start working from there. Okay, so these kinds of questions will appear, so make sure that you learn it. Yeah, so sorry guys, today I mean basically I had to change the schedule. I thought I'll take the first hour and let NK take the second hour, but because yesterday we said we are not going to change the schedule anymore, I said okay, fine. So I'm sorry for this, I'm having to cut the class short today, but yeah, we are going to continue with our work tomorrow, day after tomorrow. And yesterday only some 10 of y'all sent me the corrected answer sheets again. Friends, eyes have gone real bad. Yeah, if they are connected in series, if one gets damaged, the others don't work. That's why they are not connected in series. So there are several reasons for that. One reason we worked out today, the other reasons I told you. Okay, then coming back, I told you that please correct and then say eyes are doing real bad. You can't imagine. Huh? Use night mode. Yeah, I have to. How do you get night mode? I don't know. Anyway, I will check. I will explore. Yeah. So good. I am going today. I'll see you again tomorrow, and then we'll continue. Tomorrow there will not be any disturbance, and we'll continue with our regular class. Okay. Good. So bye. All the best. Remember, I told you about two things. I told you there is a guest talk. There is a guest talk. I'll just get back to you immediately when it is. Yeah, it is 12:30 Saturday. The guest talk is at 12:30 Saturday. So that is by a group of students from Nelsar, Delhi. So they will tell you about law and about their life and what they are doing and all those things. Okay. So yeah, so we will move on. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. The test is on Sunday. The talk is on Saturday. The test is on Sunday. It will not be the same ID. The test will always be on Learnity, and you already have your user IDs. So yeah, debate is not this week. Debate is next week. Debate is like next week. By the way, this guy Abhinav who would do the talk to you, he would have loved it had we organized these things when he was a student. Those years we used to be very strict with only studies and nothing else. Yeah, Saturday meeting ID I will send you. Okay, please message me. I will send you, but tomorrow you will receive it. All of you will receive it. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Thank you.